June 29th. I think one of the easiest things to overlook is that we're always influencing the people around us, even when we're not trying to. Before we say a single word, our state of mind has already begun speaking. Today's Murli reminds us that the greatest service we can offer is through the consciousness we carry, and Baba shows us how that consciousness can quietly uplift every person we meet. The first teaching Baba gives us today is that we begin communicating long before we say a single word. I think we've all experienced this. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt at ease simply because of one person's presence? They didn't do anything extraordinary. They weren't trying to impress anyone. They just had a quiet, peaceful way of being that made everyone else feel calmer too. And we've probably experienced the opposite as well. Someone walks into a room smiling, but somehow you can still feel they're carrying worry, tension, or frustration. They haven't said anything, yet the atmosphere has already changed. I think that's what Baba is talking about today. Before people hear our words, they experience our consciousness. If we're caught up in ego, wanting appreciation, comparing ourselves with others, or worrying about how we're being seen, that quietly affects every interaction, even if we never say a word. But when we remember, I am a soul, something changes. We stop needing so much from other people. We become more patient, more respectful, more at ease, and that inner peace naturally begins to reach the people around us. It's a bit like walking past a beautiful flower. The flower doesn't make an effort to spread its fragrance. It simply is what it is, and everyone nearby enjoys it. Baba reminds us that our service is often like that. Long before we speak, our consciousness has already introduced us. And perhaps the greatest service we can offer isn't always finding the perfect words. It's becoming the kind of soul whose peaceful presence speaks for itself. The second teaching Baba gives us today is to see the soul before we see the person. I think that's much harder than it sounds. Most of the time we're not really responding to the person in front of us. We're responding to our history with them. The colleague who frustrated us yesterday, the family member who always says the same thing, the stranger who's making us wait. Before they've even spoken, we've already decided who they are. Baba gently invites us to pause for just a moment and remember, this is a soul, just like me, a soul with its own journey, its own struggles, its own karmic accounts, its own longing to find peace. I think that 1 second of awareness can completely change a conversation. Imagine someone speaks to you impatiently. Our first reaction is often to become impatient back. But if for just a moment we remember, this is a soul who may be carrying something I can't see, our response changes. Instead of reacting, we begin to understand. Instead of adding more tension, we quietly bring a little more peace into the conversation. And I think that's what Baba means by service. People rarely remember every word we say, but they almost always remember how we made them feel. When our words come from soul consciousness, people feel respected, they feel accepted, they feel safe. Sometimes that's far more powerful than giving the perfect explanation, because before people hear our words, they experience our consciousness. The third teaching Baba gives us today is about where we draw our inner strength from. I don't think we always notice it, but all of us are connected to something. Some people draw their peace from how others treat them. Some draw it from success, some from recognition, some from having everything go according to plan. The problem is that all of those things keep changing. And when the source keeps changing, so does our peace. I think that's why we often feel emotionally up and down. Without realizing it, we've made the world our source. Baba gently reminds us that the soul was never designed to live that way. Its true source has always been the Father. It's a bit like trying to charge your phone from another phone that's almost out of battery itself. For a few moments it might seem to work, but eventually they both become empty. Only when we plug into the actual power source does the battery begin to fill again. I think remembrance is like that. We're not trying to create peace. We're reconnecting to the one who is peace. We're not trying to manufacture love. We're reconnecting to the one who is love. And that's why Baba places so much importance on Amrit Vela. Not because he needs us to wake up early, but because before the noise of the day begins, before our attention is pulled in 100 different directions, we quietly reconnect with our true source. Everything else we do during the day flows from that connection. I also love the way Baba speaks about Srimat. Sometimes we think Srimat is about following rules, but I don't think that's what it really is. It's choosing to trust the one who can see further than we can. Just as we trust a navigation app to guide us around a traffic jam we can't yet see, Baba asks us to trust his directions, even when they don't immediately make sense. And perhaps that's what spiritual fragrance really is. It's not something we create. It's what naturally flows from a soul that stays connected to its source. People feel lighter around that soul, not because it has all the answers, but because it carries something the world cannot give, and therefore the world cannot take away. Daily practices. Practice 1. Check your fragrance. 3 times today, morning, midday, and evening. Pause for just 30 seconds and ask yourself, what am I spreading right now? Peace, tension, kindness, worry? Don't judge yourself. Simply notice. If you've drifted, gently return. I am a soul. Baba is with me. Then continue your day from that awareness. Practice 2. See the soul first. Choose one conversation today that might normally be a little difficult. Before it begins, pause for a few seconds and remind yourself, this is a soul, just like me. Then simply listen and speak from that awareness. Afterwards, notice whether the conversation felt different, not because you changed the other person, but because you changed the consciousness you brought into it. Practice 3. Connect before the day begins. Tomorrow morning, before checking your phone or thinking about your to-do list, spend just 5 quiet minutes with Baba. No pressure, no performance. Simply reconnect. Let peace be the first thing you experience, and notice how that quiet beginning influences the rest of your day. Final reflection. Before you sleep tonight, ask yourself one simple question. What did I leave behind today? Did my presence bring a little more peace, a little more kindness, a little more hope? Not perfectly, just sincerely. Then quietly turn your heart towards Baba and say, Baba, tomorrow, let me stay connected to you. Let your peace flow through me, so that wherever I go, people don't just hear my words, they feel your love. Because the world doesn't need more people trying to appear peaceful. It needs souls who are genuinely connected to the source. When that connection is real, the fragrance takes care of itself. Om Shanti.